We've got 0 meetings this week, but we do have 2 very important dates. No, this is not a Halloween mask. This is my actual face, because Federation Focus is on for the week of October 27th, 2025. Hey there, PA Federationists. My name is David Goldstein. I am your first vice president, and welcome to Federation Focus with Halloween at the end of the week. I hope you're getting ready. Please, in the comments, tell me what candy you love and what you want to see in your Halloween basket once all is said and done. Again, no meetings this week. The only possible one would have been Jigsaw, but they are going to meet at our convention, which I'm going to talk about now. The very important date as far as the convention goes is meals. If you want meals at our state convention coming up in Harrisburg from November 13th to the 16th, you've got to order by Halloween evening by 11:59. That's October 31st by 11:59 to be guaranteed meals, whichever ones you want to buy, at our state convention. There may be an outside chance that even if you don't get a purchase in this week, that you get something, but I wouldn't chance it. Again, there is a pub inside the hotel that you can get food at. There are places close by that you can either order out and get Uber Eats or DoorDash or whatever, or get an Uber and go and sit down and eat. But if you want meals during our state convention in the hotel with the other folks who are getting meals, you've got to order by the 31st of October at 11:59 p.m. Now, let's just backtrack. We've got the convention coming. There's information down below as far as registration, and you can just register. Or if you want to be an exhibitor, you can register to be an exhibitor. There are still a few spaces left. And when you do register for an exhibit hall table, you get 2 registrations that allow you to do any of the convention items that we're doing, whether it's general sessions, family feud, the auction, any of that stuff. You get 2 registrations with your exhibit hall table. I'm not sure that I ever mentioned that before. Now, if you already have an exhibit hall table and would like to order meals, you can do that via the registration link, nfbofpa.org/register. You'll see it pop up over in a QR code over my left shoulder, unless you're watching on your phone. If you're watching on your phone, you've just got to type in nfbofpa.org/register. If you're watching on a computer or a TV, just point your camera right at the screen and listen for VoiceOver to say QR code detected, click it, and it'll take you right to that. Again, over my left shoulder, but just point it at the screen. Find your screen, take your phone out, point it at that, boom. No need for any kind of special apparatus to get that. You just got to open your camera on your phone and point it at your TV screen or your computer screen. Again, if you're watching on your phone, then you just have to type in nfbofpa.org/register. I've got another QR code coming up in a little bit, and I'll warn you about it. And again, it's going to be over my left shoulder. Now, I've mentioned before, there's a few things going on at the convention. The Senior Possibilities Fair QR code is now popped up over my left shoulder. Point your phone at your screen. Unless you're watching on your phone, you can just tap and you'll get the QR code. The link is down below for the Senior Possibilities Fair. That's the Senior Possibilities Fair from 9 to noon on the 13th of November. Again, it is a separate entry fee because some folks come in from the nearby areas, from the senior centers and things like that. So that is a separate ticketed event for the Senior Possibilities Fair. And that $20 that it costs will also get you breakfast. There's a lot of great speakers lined up. Connie Shu is facilitating that. We should have her agenda shortly. And we should also have the convention agenda shortly. Let me explain the bit of a delay with the agenda. Pennsylvania has not passed a budget. So any of the folks, whether it's BBVS or some of the other organizations and agencies, aren't able to travel because they don't have a budget. They don't have money in the budget. Last year we had Patton in Erie at our convention. This year they're not coming because of the travel restrictions, because no money to be Done with that. We will have a few folks from some of the agencies who either live nearby or are going to travel on their own to participate. But for the most part, most of the state agencies and organizations that are tied to the Pennsylvania state budget, which there isn't one, will not be at the convention. So we're kind of scrambling to fill holes and hopefully get some folks. Some of the folks are going to join via Zoom, and others will be replaced with other presenters. So the agenda will be out shortly. We had hoped to have it out this week, but again, it's been an issue getting things nailed down with those folks. Thursday, 9 to noon, we have the Senior Possibilities Fair. There's lunch that day. If you want to purchase it, it's a boxed lunch. There's a link down below to the list of all the meals, how much they cost, and what you can get. If you go to nfbfpa.org/register, you will see them listed, but not the descriptions. And some of them are pretty self-explanatory. If it says boxed lunch and it says turkey, ham, roast beef, or veggie, they're sandwiches. From 1 to 4 on Thursday, as I mentioned, the tech seminar. We have some folks presenting on-site. We have a couple of folks zooming in. We have Jonathan Mosen. We have InnoSearch to talk about their items. There's one more that I'm hoping that we have in person, but I can't say until I hear back. Still waiting. And then we're going to have a shootout with iPhone and Android. We'll see the differences and the similarities on how things work. When you double tap on an iPhone, what does that translate to Android? The one issue people have with iPhone is the expense. So if you could buy an Android and do most of the things that you do currently on your iPhone, then maybe that's something for you to consider. So Simon and Chris Westbrook are going to be going back and forth and showing how things work on each. So then you could kind of make up your mind, hey, my next phone is going to be a this or a that. You'll figure that out. So that is the tech seminar, 1 to 4. Thursday night, after our tour of Italy dinner, is Family Feud. Very exciting stuff. We're going to have 4 teams of 5 players each. The winning team, each player gets a $50 Amazon gift card. $50 per team member of the winning team. Not $50 to divide amongst yourselves. $50 each, courtesy of Pam Baccaro's business. And that is going to be an exciting thing. Don't worry, if you lose, you will still get a consolation prize. Now, we have a couple of teams made up. We're still looking for more. If you are interested, please reach out to me or Pam. Again, my email, vp1@nfbofpa.org. We need 4 teams of 5 players each. Friday is division meetings. Blind merchants are meeting at 8 a.m. I don't know the schedule for the other folks. They will meet in the morning and the afternoon. And then at noon, during lunch, it is the board meeting for the NFB of PA affiliate board. They'll be meeting from noon to 1. And again, lunch will be boxed lunch. So if you ordered the lunch, it's a working meeting. It's a working lunch, I should say. Friday is the board meeting, and that is always interesting. Friday afternoon, we're going to have a presentation about home buying from Michael Yingling. He is a licensed real estate agent, and he's going to talk about that. He'll also be presenting with Jason Polanski on Saturday on the challenges of buying a home and being blind and how Jason got through it and how Michael helped him get through it. So again, that's Friday afternoon is Michael's presentation about home buying. Friday night after the South of the Border buffet, it is, well, there are 2 things. My favorite part of the convention is the auction. Now we've got Computers for the Blind, donated a computer and 1 year of JAWS or Zoom text. We have the Keystone chapter with their gift card basket, $250 worth of gift cards and scratcher lottery tickets. We have Greater Philly and their Philly sports themed basket. We've got a lot of other things. There's going to be baked goods, and they always do very, very well at the auctions. Now, I don't know, Buddy, I don't think is coming. So somebody's got to step up and buy some of the baked goods because it's always a lot of fun. And that's one great thing that you can walk around and share with everybody if you're just looking to win the auction, get a couple of cookies, and then share them with the rest of your friends in the NFB of PA. Also, from 7 to 10 on Friday night after the south of the border buffet, the students will have a student seminar. It's just for 3 hours, so it's a mini student seminar. It's not like the Mid-Atlantic student seminar that was a few days back in early August. They have speakers lined up. They have, and again, they're also having some issues getting folks from some of the agencies to come. So they have some folks lined up. I know Neil Lewis, who is our national rep, will be speaking at that. Lynn will be talking about BBVS. That's our president, Lynn Heights. And we've got a few other surprises. Even I might pop in there when I'm not bidding on something. Saturday, of course, is general sessions. And during general sessions, there's a morning track, then there's lunch, and then there's an afternoon track. Again, the lunches, you can look at the menus down below. It is a box lunch, but it's a little bit more elevated than the Thursday and Friday lunch. So take a look. The link is down below for the meals if you're interested. Saturday afternoon then is final part of general sessions. And then, of course, Saturday night is our banquet. There are two choices for food, a vegetable Napoleon, which I'm ordering and not too many other people are. And I can't wait to try it. But the stuffed chicken breast is winning by a landslide if you're voting on what you're going to eat that night. I think there's 10 vegetable Napoleons. The rest are the stuffed chicken breast as of this recording. Sunday morning is our business meeting. Jason Polanski will talk about our finances and money coming in and going out and so forth. We will also hear from the chapters and divisions what they've been doing for the last year. You'll get ideas on fundraisers and outreach events that they've done, the different chapters and divisions. It's going to be a nice time to hear and get some ideas for what you can do in your chapter. There's a lot of great stuff going on within the affiliate that we can all learn from when you listen to the folks in the different chapters or divisions. Now, we also have, because it's the 16th of November, it is the 85th anniversary of the National Federation of the Blind, and that took place right here in Pennsylvania, up in Wilkes-Barre, and we have something special planned, and so make sure you have some calories set aside for what's planned for that. And then, of course, the convention wraps up at around noon on Sunday. If you're traveling from Philadelphia and you're going to take Amtrak, the code to use to get the discount, and that is a disability discount and a senior discount. Don't let them tell you that it is not for disabled folks who are under 65. It is for anyone who is disabled. V819, V819. I will put it down below in the description. So use that when you call to make your reservation. You have to call or you have to go to an actual ticket agent at 30th Street Station or any of the other Amtrak stations in the area. Round trip, it's a little less than $36, $17.82 each way. So it's a great price. There's a lot of trains to and from Harrisburg each day. So you have a lot of choices on when you want to go out there. I don't remember what time check-in is. It's usually around 2 or 3 o'clock in the afternoon. So if you want to get there on Wednesday, if you're going for the entire event, you can get there late in the day on Wednesday. The other thing you want to remember to do is to call the hotel. Once you have your travel plans arranged, you want to call the hotel and get on the shuttle schedule. The phone number to call for the Best Western premiere in Harrisburg is 717-561-2800. That's 717-561-2800. Tell them your train number that you're coming in on and the time that it's due in. Do that as soon as you make your reservation so they can get you on the schedule. Wednesday and Thursday will probably be their busy times for running back and forth to the train station because a lot of folks are coming in on Wednesday. Some are coming in Thursday. There's a couple of stragglers coming in Friday. But as soon as you have your train tickets, call the hotel. If you are flying in and you need the shuttle from the airport, call the hotel. Again, 717-561-2800. Get on their schedule. The shuttle holds 9 or 10 folks, so you want to make sure that you get on that schedule so they know how to plan. They only have one shuttle, so if a whole bunch of us are coming in at once, they're going to have to make 2 trips. And we've done that before. It's not very far from the hotel to the train station. I don't know how far it is to the airport, but train station, it's a 10 to 15-minute ride. So if you're not on the first shuttle when you get in on your train, they'll come back and grab you. So again, remember that. Also remember that there is a pool at the Best Western Premier in Harrisburg, and bring your bathing suit. It's going to be warm in there. It's going to be nice. I know a few people were talking about doing some fun things one of the evenings, maybe Wednesday evening at the pool. So bring your bathing suit if you want to go in the pool, or bring a pair of shorts if you just want to hang around at the pool. And they have a game room there. There is air hockey. They have a couple other machines. They have a crane machine, which of course the fun is always winning. And then once you win, you wonder, what are you going to do with what you just won? But there's also an ATM on the premises. And again, there is a pub on the premises. I think it's open till 10 or 11 at night. They have decent food. They're open for breakfast if you didn't buy the meals. And on Saturday, meals weren't an option. So you can go into the pub on Saturday morning to get breakfast. If you go in early enough, they do have an early bird special, and I think it starts at 6. I don't remember the exact time there. So there are plenty of food options there. And again, you could always use DoorDash or Uber Eats, or if you have somebody that's driving, you can go to one of the local restaurants nearby. There's also supermarkets nearby if you want to get food. There's refrigerators in the room. There's microwaves in the rooms. So you can do that as well. And don't forget, there's a hospitality suite provided by the Pennsylvania Association of Blind Merchants. Now, I know Pam is looking for some volunteers to help man the hospitality suite. That'll be open Thursday and Friday. I don't know the hours yet, most of the day, and then Saturday before general session starts. Friday, I know the hospitality suite will be closed during our board meeting again, and that board meeting is from noon to 1. So there's going to be food in there. So if you need a drink or some coffee or tea, you can go up there. There's snacks, things like that. You're not going to get a full meal there, but you're going to get snacks and candy and stuff like that. Again, that's not going to be on the main level. I should have step-by-step instructions from one place to another on the website shortly. I don't have that final copy of that yet. So once I have that, that'll go on the website. I did forget to mention Thursday and Friday nights, there is an open bar. The bar is in the lobby, and there is seats at the bar, and there are seats around the bar, meaning there's maybe a little cafe table with 2 chairs plus a little couch or love seat. So 3 or 4 people can sit and talk, and they have a few of those in the sunken lobby area where the bar is. So just be careful. There's steps and a ramp depending on where you're coming in from. So make sure you're careful when you're going towards those. But it's a nice area to sit. It's a very comfortable spot that you can sit and talk, whether you're sitting at the bar or you're sitting at one of the tables. That's Thursday and Friday night, the open bar. One other very important thing about our convention, we have some sponsors. And our sponsors include, as I mentioned last week, Waymo is a platinum sponsor. See the links below to both check out Waymo's website, and they've sent a video along that you can check out, and why Waymo is an ideal opportunity for folks who are blind or low vision. And I have to tell you, I was at a fundraiser last week in New York for the Blind Travel Foundation. I got back to Philadelphia about 1 a.m. It took me 4 different drivers to actually get home. The first one said he showed up, but he was not anywhere near. I was texting him and calling him and whatnot, and then left, and then charged me a cancellation fee because I didn't show up to the car. 2 others got within a minute or 2 of 30th Street Station. The 4th one finally showed up and took me home. So it took me about 45 minutes, 55 minutes to just get the ride, and then about a half an hour home. So that's why Waymo will be helpful once they come to the Philadelphia area. Right now, they're in a few other cities, but not here yet. So thank you to Waymo for sponsoring the 2025 National Federation of the Blind of Pennsylvania State Convention as a platinum sponsor. We have a gold sponsor, and that's UPMC, University of Pittsburgh Medical Center. They are a gold sponsor. Thank you to them. Democracy Live, a big supporter of the National Federation of the Blind of Pennsylvania. They are a bronze sponsor, and they have been for the last few years. UPMC is a repeat sponsor as well. We also have Michael Yingling, the real estate agent. He is sponsoring. We have a couple of others that once we have the money, I will mention them as well. But thank you to all our sponsors. And I do have finally the sponsorship link working. You can see that down below in the description. It is nfbofpa.org. Can you guess? /sponsor. How easy is that? If you know a business that may want to sponsor the National Federation of the Blind of Pennsylvania, please give them that link, nfbofpa.org/sponsor. There are all the different levels. The sooner they do it, the better, because if it's a higher sponsorship, like platinum, gold, or silver, we want to make sure that our materials are printed, because we're going to start printing those out. We're only a little over 2 weeks away from the state convention. So the sooner we get those, the sooner we can make up the different pages that they'll be printed out on. And that would be great. If they're a community sponsor or a bronze sponsor, those can get put up on our website within a few days of their sponsorship. Everybody's going to be listed down below. We're going to have a page full of sponsors once everything is said and done. I hope to have that up shortly. There's logos will be there, little blurbs about them, and links to their website, the most important thing. So thank you to all our sponsors. It's a little over $9,000 that has been pledged or actually given so far. We hope to have a few more bucks come in between now and the convention. If you have questions about the convention, please reach out to me, vp1@nfbofpa.org. If I can't answer the questions, I will find the answer for you and get back to you, whether it's a hotel question. Oh, and one other thing. If you are booked at the hotel and you're part of the NFB of PA room block and your schedule has changed and you're no longer able to come to the convention, do not cancel your room, please. We have some folks who have decided they want to go to the convention, but they can't get in on our room block. That has gone away. So don't cancel your reservation. Please call either me or Lynn, and we will figure out how we're going to make that switch from the person who is canceling, meaning you, to the person who wants a room, and to get that done. If you're looking for a roommate, put something out on the listservs or reach out to me and I will put something out on the listservs. But don't cancel your hotel room, please, because we can't get them back once they're canceled. And then that has a snowball effect. Then we pay more for the meeting room space because we haven't met our target. At the beginning, I mentioned two important dates. One was October 31st, which is the meals going away for the convention. The other date that's important isn't convention related. It is November 1st, and it is to get your room reservation if you are interested in going to the Pennsylvania Association of Blind Merchants holiday networking party and fundraiser. We're hoping to get involved with Phil Abundance, so we will also be collecting food. We're waiting on hearing about our application, but that should be in the next week or so. So if you are not in the Philadelphia area and would love to come to the holiday party put on by the blind merchants, your room deadline to get in on the room block is November 1st. November 1st. So that's Saturday. Today is October 27th. You have until Saturday to get your room block in, your room reservation in. The hotel is the DoubleTree by Hilton at Philadelphia Airport. And the link is down below where you can go and you get their phone number or the link to make the reservation. You just have to mention the NFB so you get on the room block. Rooms for 2 queens is $129 a night. For 1 king, it's $139 a night. But you've got to get your room reservation by November 1st. So don't delay on that. Now, the party itself is on December 6th. And again, it's at the DoubleTree by Hilton at the Philadelphia Airport. It is just down the street from the airport. It is a nice hotel. There's going to be food and auctions and raffles. And of course, Denise will be doing the auction. So again, 2 auctions within about a month of each other. How fun and exciting is that? We're going to have a lot of great prizes. One of the big items that usually goes are packs of lottery tickets. There's either 100 or 150 in a pack, and who knows how much you could win with that, but they usually go, bidding gets high. It's a lot of fun. And I just thought of it, because that's close by and I could bring them over fresh. Liz can make them fresh. She can make some cookies for I mean, I have to run it by her. She'll say yes because she loves baking. She made something today that we that we weren't a big fan of, so that recipe's in the trash. And I shared it with my friends, and hopefully they thought it was better than Liz and I did. But she makes a lot of great things, whether it's the Monster Rice Krispie treats. If you are going to the Pennsylvania Association of Blind Merchants holiday party and would love to bid on some baked goods by Liz, do you want Monster Rice Krispie treats? Do you want the gingerbread latte cookies, which are delicious? She also makes these, I call them chocolate pools because they are chocolate chunk cookies, but the chocolate area is so big in them. They're like little chocolate pools around the cookie. It is so good. They are so delicious. So let me know in the comments down below, what kind of baked goods should Liz make for December 6th, the Pennsylvania Association of Blind Merchants holiday networking party and fundraiser? Comment down below. If you have something else, please let me know, and if she can make it. She loves baking. She bakes every weekend, which isn't a problem during the school year because what we don't eat, she will take into school at the Walden School. The summer is where it becomes a problem because we have all sorts of baked goods around the house and it gets out of control. And then we get heavier over the summer. Usually people get heavier over the winter. Liz and I over the summer. So let me know in the comments down below. Again, December 6th, it's $40 to get into the event. Again, there's going to be food, there's going to be a DJ, raffles, auctions, and networking. So important for businesses to come together and learn what everybody does. And sooner or later, you make a connection and you say, hey, I can use that guy to do whatever it is, whatever service they offer. December 6th, Doubletree by Hilton. Link is down below to register. Please, if you have any questions, reach out to me or reach out to Pam Baccaro, the president of the Pennsylvania Association of Blind Merchants. That is all that I have this week. If you can believe it, really only 2 items. If you've got questions or comments, please reach out to me or leave the comments down below. But if you've got questions, vp1@nfbofpa.org. I hope you have a happy Halloween on Friday. Thank you so much for watching Federation Focus for the week of October 27th, 2025. And remember, let's go out and build the National Federation of the Blind of Pennsylvania. Thanks for watching. I'll talk to you next week.